Venice Beach, hanging out a little bit before. What are we hanging out before?
I'm getting rid of the mullet today. I'm getting a haircut, getting it cut off.
You cutting the mullet?
Yes.
Turn around, let's see that thing. Damn, thing's gonna go bye-bye, huh?
Yeah. It's going away.
So why are you cutting the mullet?
It's time, man. You know, I mean, my life has just been a series of different phases and transitions and transformations, and you know, usually they're spaced apart a little more than they have been over the last 2 or 3 years, but it's just time. It's the end of this phase that I've been in for the last 6 months or so.
You've had the mullet longer than 6 months.
True. And you know, I think part of growing it out, so I've been growing it for a little more than 2 years, and it'll be 3 years in a couple of weeks since I got doxed and all of that shit, got fired. But so I think the initial idea of growing it out was sort of in response to that, and you know, my inner 15-year-old just kind of saying fuck you to everybody around me. And you know, but over the last 6 months especially, I mean, it's gotten pretty big and pretty long.
Yeah, you might say that.
But
you only see it from the front.
The phase, yeah, that's true. I do. Like the phase that I've been in for the last 6 months is, you know, leaving my job, buying my cabin, and moving to the cabin, and then switching apartments in the Bay Area. And there's just been a tremendous amount of that kind of upheaval and adjusting to this new life of being retired and doing content creation full time. And you know, I think hanging on to the mullet for a while and setting up my home in the mountains the way that I have, you know, it's like I've been pretty consciously sort of trying to integrate my younger parts into this like new, because everything in my life has changed, everything. And the last 6 months has been like the transition phase of that, you know, and just the transformations that I've experienced in the last year and a half while I've been in therapy with a trauma specialist. You know, again, just like really trying to integrate those younger parts of me and who I am now, and integrate them into my home in the mountains. You know, and they kind of have their own spaces almost. But you know, so I think the mullet, it was fun for a while. You know, it became a trademark, I guess, for a bit. It makes it easy for people to spot me in a crowd.
That's true. So you're trying to say you're not your mullet?
I am not my mullet. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
But it's just like, it's funny, you know, it's like you and I got down here this week for these Rush concerts, and I started thinking a few days beforehand. I was like, you know, maybe I'm gonna cut my hair at some point in the next few months or something. And you know, you and I have been hanging out and talking about a lot of things, and you know, I just hit a point, I don't know, whatever it was, like on Monday or Tuesday, and today's Thursday, where I was just like, fuck it, man. Let's just cut it while we're down here.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of it while I'm down here. And so that's what we're going to do. Because, you know, it's like during these phases in my life, you know, and then when I'm transitioning into another one, it's like there are things, whether it's like behaviors or character traits or, you know, physical attributes or beliefs, or even people, you know, that will serve me well in one phase, and then when I'm moving into another one, those things don't serve me anymore. And you know, I'm moving into a phase where I think for me, it's like this isn't going to serve me anymore. And you know, I'm excited to see what that new phase is going to be. but
You're done with it.
huh?
You're done with it.
I'm done with it. It was fun. It's like when Tuesday morning when we first started talking about it, I was just like, fuck it, let's do it while we're down here.
Yeah.
And since then, it's like when I am kind of moving into a new phase, I get extremely impatient about doing that. And so I was like, okay, let's just get rid of this fucking thing, man.
That's just another part, right?
It's like, let's just get rid of this thing. Yeah, it's just another part.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a physical one. So I'm super excited to
Right
get
on.
this thing cut off today. I think it's going to be great.
All right.
It'll make my head lighter. It'll make my daily life easier.
It will.
And I think it's going to free me up for whatever this next phase of my existence is.
Nice.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
Right on.
And I think my younger parts have been integrated enough, you know, over the last year and a half in therapy and into my home and the way that my home is set up, that, you know, I think my inner 15-year-old is going to be fine with it.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right.
Here we go.
Happy Thursday.